Hello, beautiful people. My name is Claudie Munyai. I'm an educational psychologist, and I just wanted to share about my experience in the self-mastery transformational course that I participated in, facilitated by, and designed and created by Mashudu and Mbhele. I also just want to talk about how I went from this to this in the course. The Self-Mastery Transformation and Empowerment program, it is a 9-step program. I started it, I think, in August of 2022, and I completed it in the month of April. In the month of April of 2023. That is how long it took me personally to do the course. It can take you longer, it can take you shorter. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on. So one thing for me that I found for this course is that it's personalized. And by personalized, I'm talking about you get to set the tone of the whole course. You get to set the tone of your progress, you get to set the tone of your pace and the level of your transformation. I had a lot to work on when it comes to my own personal development, when it comes to my own professional development, but mainly personal. We had to work on a lot of personal aspects, which I'll share later about that. But what I can say is that you are the one who sets the tone and the pace of your transformation in this course. What I love about it is that there is a sense of accountability, and Mashudu Mbhele is that strong accountability partner to have in order for you to achieve the goal that you want to achieve in completing the whole program. Before I joined the course, when it was advertised, I was finding myself in a time whereby I knew what I wanted to do. I knew what I needed to do in order to be or function within my best self, because I am already my best self. But at times I tend to sabotage myself. So I had become complacent in being in the awareness of do what I say and not what I do, because I'm very well versed, very well knowledged and informed about personal development skills, professional development skills, but I personally struggled to actually activate that part of me for my own self, and which is the reason why I realized the need for me to have somebody play that role of guidance, of support for me, so that I can be my best self, can function within my best self. And which is what I loved about this course. It's all about self-mastery. It's all about transformation, going from one level to the next in just beaming in your abilities and capabilities of self. My biggest highlights was from right at the beginning. It was working on the links between my internal and external awareness. So my internal awareness of who I believe and know myself as, and the external awareness, which is how people perceive me, and just getting to know how people perceive me, their experience of me, their thoughts of me, was just a big eye-opener, and having to assimilate that with my perception of self was just amazing. Some of them validated, some of them got to make me see, oh, okay, so this is how I relate in this area, this is how I relate in that area. For me personally, it was lovely for me to see how I have related with people on a more personal and a more professional level, and there was this big divide and we had to work on that, because people on a professional level experience me in a different way, and people on a personal level experience me in another different way. I was this hard person on a professional level, But personally, people experience me the most amazing thing because that's who I am. And working on the walls that I have built up and developed throughout time, working on, breaking down and softening up the Claudie, that wanted to perceive or be perceived as strong and as mighty in the professional field out there. It was very worthwhile for me because now I get to be my authentic self, even in the professional field, rather than trying to portray myself as this hard, stern person. So people see me, I'm like, what? Why? So that was the biggest highlight for me. And I got to, now having mentioned that, I got to, I believe it's an add-on, and I hope you get to experience that too, but I got to go through what is NET. So NET is a neuro-emotional technique. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. That was the process that Mashudu Mbhele took me through to just work on the emotions and thoughts and beliefs that I have with regards to fear, with regards to doubt, with regards to procrastination, loneliness. Those are the few aspects that I got to work on myself. I mean, hello. If you know me before and you know me now, come on. I've really worked on myself in those areas. I must also impress and say actually that I've been an individual from a long time ago who really was not keen or did not perceive self as good when it comes to speaking publicly and engaging publicly with people. I had the skill, but the confidence was not there. The awareness was not there. So there was this divide between my abilities and skills and what I believed I could do based on how I was brought up, based on how I got to think of myself through the way I grew up. Another very important aspect that I enjoyed in this process was to map and audit my stakeholders. Now, I'm coming here as not only Claudie Munyai, who is an auntie, a sister, and so forth, but I'm also coming here as someone who saw the need to develop myself more on a professional stance. So being able to see the people who are there, not only as resources, but also as support structures, and actually mapping it out was very important. It was a big highlight because now not only did I get to see the level at which I'm able to engage with them at, I was able to see their availability, whether I see them as available people or it's just a matter of just resources being there, because that really necessitated for me to know as to whether I can approach this person, or it's just a matter of just knowing that this person has the knowledge but not approachable, So it was just an eye-opener for me and something of a wow to see also that I've got such wealth of resources, of people, supportive structures, loving, caring, also people who can direct me in the right way. Because we need those kind of people in our lives. I must say, it was not all roses and rainbows and cherry tarts. But I do appreciate being held in the process. Mashudu Mbhele is well trained to contain me in that space. We had to go through this on a virtual level. And as a healthcare practitioner in the field of psychology, I am very skeptical, or was skeptical, of how one is able to contain a client at such kind of a distance. But Mashudu Mbhele did it so well. I felt so cared for when the need for me to be cared for was there. And I felt directed in the right way and path when the need for me to be put in, because sometimes, you slack, sometimes one would just give up psychologically, because there was no way I could give up. There was no hiding. There is definitely no hiding. That is why I say that accountability, she's just an amazing accountability partner, because there are times when one would feel like, oh my God, did I really, really want to work on myself in this way? I never really thought that it implied that I need to apply myself at such an intense level. I thought, you just come and tell me, everything, and I'll just say, and go and apply. But actually, it required me to open up in the deepest parts of me and really search and see and acknowledge and comprehend who I am, where am I going, what am I all about. And I really, really do appreciate her being able to hold that space for me, because I wouldn't say I'm there, but I'm on a fast pace getting there, as compared to where I was when I started the course. So transformation, the reason why I'm saying I wouldn't say that I'm there is because transformation for me is a journey. Some people can park where they're at and then wait for later stages to continue with their journey. Others can rush through, and I must say I am rushing through there, because I'm all about functioning and being my best self. So, beautiful people, I am coming to you as a healthcare professional in the field of psychology with a great deal of understanding of how such processes have an impact on our well-being, to say that you will be doing yourself a great deal of a benefit in participating in this program. Not only will you get to develop and grow professionally and personally, but you will be getting to know who you are within yourself, getting to open up the deepermost part of you and actually live that part of your beautiful, amazing, I think I see it as a jewel that you have that is stored and closed, that needs to open up and actually showcase to the world, for the world to see. So here I am coming to you to say, take up this course and master yourself to transform in functioning in your best self. My name is Claudie Munyai, Educational Psychologist.